Hi, everybody. Yahtzee. It's Man Alone, and I'm back in Deepfall Breach for another episode of solo play. I know that on my last video, I said that I was going to wait until I got the Dragonbane Bestiary new stand-ups before I recorded again. But truth be told, I can't take it anymore having this last room of my dungeon hanging over my head. And what I mean by that is where we left off last time, let's see here, was in room 5 of the captive orc, the fiendish altar. The cultists take refuge here with their prisoner, who's Gorum. Okay. And my sight cannot glean their aims, but the blood-stained altar at the center of this chamber has seen countless deaths at the hands of those seeking parley with the demonic forces. But I sense fear, hesitation in these cultists. They'll not die needlessly for their cause, I suspect. Free Gorum from their clutches. Okay. So let me just, before I start, let me just begin by saying I have a little, I've been having a case of the Sunday solo scaries, right? I got to go back to work tomorrow. And I also have just had this last room hanging over my head. And because of that, I've been kind of like, every time I've wanted to start doing this again, I've been like, but I got the last room. I don't really remember where I was, because if you recall where we left off this room, it was November. I mean, it's pretty bad. And the end of that video, I was like, oh, I'm so excited to continue the adventure. And then I left for like a month. And so now I was like, I don't even remember how to play. How do you play this game? But of course, I remember, and I'm only having these feelings because I'm recording this on camera, right? If I was just playing by myself, I'd have no problem, because every time that I got confused about something, I would be able to like look in the instructions or the manual or just kind of wing it. But I'm recording it and I'm like, oh no, what if I get something wrong? And then I remembered, who cares? Okay, because it's my game and we'll just enjoy it. I'll look up some rules if I have to. We'll wing it if I have to. But I need to get this fiendish altar off my chest one way or another. Maybe I'll die here, but whatever it is, I think it is creating a mental constipation that is not allowing me to get past this and explore more of the solo game. And so what you're witnessing here is an act of extreme courage. Now, am I going to say that I deserve some sort of medal for bravery? No. I would be fine with a certificate. I'd be fine with like some sort of public ceremony. But the bottom line is, I have to do it for all of you, my subscribers, which is my the 700 accounts my mother made, and then the other 5 of you. And so let's just loosen it up a little bit. We're going to name our rocks here very quickly. And we're going to go with Richard Dalton, Mr. Metamucil. Very good. Richard Dalton, Mr. Metamucil. All right. And I got a nice little setup here for this room. If you recall, we have Groddy Flagstaff, our main man. And one little adjustment that I did make was, I'm sorry that it kind of minimizes every time I switch this, but I can't figure out a way to, like, whenever I switch between windows, it does that. I just want to say that I had to edit his movement, because your movement is determined by your age, and he's old. And so old gets 8. Well, no. It's decided by your kin. and mallards get 8, but then it's further adjusted by your agility, and if your agility I think is 7 and 9, it's -2. So I had to change my movement to 6. But otherwise, let's just take a look at these abilities: ill-tempered, webbed feet, master carpenter, and army of 1. And if we recall, the army of 1 is the heroic ability that you get, an additional heroic ability that you get when you're playing solo. Sorry, I don't mean to make anyone feel dizzy. When fighting alone, draw 2 initiative cards and keep both. You have 2 turns each round. Okay. Now this is kind of deluxe here because I've got 2 NPCs with me. What we're going to do with these NPCs, so I have my 3 cultists. Let's just say, let me just move my finger on a sheet until I get a letter. L. Okay. Layla. Sorry, I'm just moving my finger around here. And P. Peter Bruce. And A. Axel. Okay, so we have Layla, Peter Bruce, Axel. We'll say that Peter Bruce is the leader. We'll give them all stat marks of 10. We'll just kind of make them generic NPCs. We'll give... no, I'm not giving Peter Bruce anything special. I mean, just because he's a priest doesn't necessarily, or like the high priest or whatever. We're going to say they're 10. I'll give them 12 HP. I'll give them 12 HP and all their stats. We'll say their skills are 12 and their attributes are 10. So we'll roll against 10. And if their skills don't really make sense, we'll give them a 6, but I don't know if they're going to do any skills here. We have Threk. And here, let me show you. We have Threk, Groddy, Gartung, Layla, Peter Bruce, Axel, Gorum, and then we're going to say that Gorum is like suspended in this cage, kind of hanging over the place. And this is the altar. They just finished sacrificing someone. They're going to lower him and begin this sacrifice. Begin this sacrifice. I have 2 little cutouts here. One of them is just like a bag, and one of them is I think that's a torch, but we'll just say that this is going to be a treasure. It landed right on the prayer book. All right, that's fine. We'll say that there's like under the prayer book or under the altar, and then an improvised weapon. We'll do... No, I cannot have an improvised weapon and the treasure in the same place. All right, so we'll say that the improvised weapon is behind Layla. If that should come into play, we'll draw a card for that. And since we have 6 initiative, I kind of want to try this of like eliminating any initiative cards that I'm not going to use. Actually, we have 7 initiatives because remember, I'm going to draw 2. Because I just find it a little bit difficult when it's like one person's a 10, one person's a 8, one person's a 1. All right, so that is the, I guess you're seeing the errata, is that what it's called? So the other heroic ability we have is, what is it, ill-tempered. So heroic abilities are on page 26. I'll bring you over to look at them with me in a second after I'm done scrolling. So, 26 heroic abilities. I'm not sure if this is what I'm looking for. I don't know if I actually want to see like the listing of them. Okay, so my core skills, let's just say that, are webbed feet and ill-tempered. So in terms of ill-tempered, oh, no. These are the abilities. So the other ones must be like basic skills. Okay. So we'll say that Weasel, what a great. Well, I guess that my heroic ability 1 is Master Carpenter. That doesn't sound very heroic. And then Army of 1. But Master Carpenter, ability requires carpentry tools. As an action, you can inflict d12 points of damage per WP spent on a door wall or any other inanimate object. In one shift of time, you can craft a wooden item of your choice, such as a club, staff, or shield from the lists. Requires 1 wood. Okay. Right, but I want to find out where webbed feet. Oh, right. That's right. It's right on the right here. So ill-tempered. For 3 willpower points, the Mallards tend to have a choleric temper. You can activate this ability no action when making a skill roll and get a boon to the roll. You also become angry if you're not already. This ability can be used for rolls against intelligence or intelligence. Oh, cannot. Okay. So that's for a skill. I assume that would be like a weapon skill as well. And I believe that for my weapon, I'm rolling beneath that skill number. So I could use that for a boon. And then webbed feet, as a mallard, you also get a boon to all swimming rolls. That makes sense. Okay. All right. So there was something there in terms of what it said about this encounter. That it seems like they don't, let's see what it says. They wouldn't, I sense fear, hesitation in these cultists. They'll not die needlessly for their cause. So I was thinking, is there a skill that I could use to sort of get my point across with these chaps in a way that I could avoid combat? And so I was like, okay, bluffing. And then I'm like, no, that's a 4. Performance 4, persuasion 4, like anything that would give me the ability to sort of avoid this is not looking great. And then I was like, well, maybe I could barter. But what the hell do I have to barter? A letter from my Aunt Spacky? 3 silver. I don't know if these cultists... I mean, I guess I could try. But then again, I could just throw an axe. Why don't we... All right, let's just play it out for a little bit. So I walk in and I just say, halt, stop everything. And I don't even really know what everything is, but you come in, you see someone bleeding out on a table, you just want to pump the brakes, right? And then, crap, is this Gartung says, "Aye, look at that up there. That's Gorum. Aye, Gorum." And Gorum's like, right? Maybe they beat him up or bled him out or something like that. It's like, "You can't take Gorum. That's our friend." And of course, this priest says, "Your friend serves a higher purpose. By giving his blood, he will allow us to channel, to break through the veil of this reality and access the powers that lie beyond. His life is forfeit, unless you'd like to take his place." And then Threk says, "Okay, that's like one option, but the other one is we can kill all of yous and then we just take our friend back." And let's see, that's a little bit of a threat, but I don't necessarily want to use my NPC's skills to try and win this over. Why don't we say, hell with it. I'm going to use my ill-tempered, and I'm going to burn, this is wild. I'm going to burn 3 willpower. And How many hit points? I have 9. I'm going to burn 3 willpower, and I'm going to try to bluff. Or no, persuade. I'm going to try and persuade, which I have a 4 in, but I'll roll that with a boon. And I also am going to be angry, so intelligence rolls I'll have to roll with a bane. But I'll say, all right, listen, nobody has to die. All you need to do is give us the orc, step away from the table, be gone, go do your culting somewhere else, and in exchange, my friends here won't kill you and eat you. Let's see if they buy it. No, I got a 19 and a 14. And so they say, a threat. This is usually what those who face the truth of power resort to this petty bullying. Your physical powers are no match for that which lies beyond the veil. Your friend will be the way that we access this. You should be happy, and you should be happier yet, as we will make sacrifices of you all. All right, so now I think we're going to roll initiative here, and let's see what we get. I'm going to get 2 cards for Groddy. Mix these out. Okay, Groddy is a 5 and a 3. Not bad. Gartung's a 6. Threk is 7. Yeah, this is going to be tough. Axel's 2. Layla's 1. And our friend is a 4. So again, we're going to do 12 HP. We're going to do their base stat as 10 to roll against. Improvised weapon. So first to go is going to be Layla. We'll say Layla has... we'll just say, yeah, we'll roll against 10 and then do it 2d6. 3. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm going to move first with her and then do an action. So 3, and then we'll do a 2d6 and a beautiful snake eyes. So that will take 2, and I believe that... My God, why can I not? Okay, I'm going to say that this is Gartung because this axe looks like a G, and this is Threk because the mace looks like a T. And so we'll say that Threk has 6 HP left and now has 4. Okay. And I could have parried or dodged, but you actually have to announce that before you do that on the turn, to be fair. All right, so that's burned. Next up, we have Axel. Axel, again, going to roll. Try for a 10 and a 5. So we're going to hit. And, yeah, we'll just do a 2d6 melee and a 7. I believe Gartung has an 8, so I'm going to go ahead and say that this is an incapacitating blow. I'm going to expire that initiative. And Groddy now is up, has a hand axe. And the hand axe, we roll against axes, which is going to be a 10. And the hand axe is going to be 2d6 damage. So let's give that a try. Let's see here. I say we'll go, just to make sure that Gartung doesn't get put down, we'll attack Axel here under 10. Come on, 5, beautiful. And we'll do a 2d6, 6 and a 2, 8. Beautiful hit. Axel has 4 out of 12. Burn that initiative. Next up, we have the cultist priest. And I'm going to say that this cultist priest is going to use the term to gather dark powers, right? And the gathering of dark powers means that he's not going to move, but if he gets to a third round of gathering dark powers, he's going to let out a beam that hits all three of my characters for 2d6. Each of them 2d6. All right. So we will say that this looks like an evil die. When this gets to 3, we'll unleash that. Why the hell not? All right, so we'll burn that. Okay, now 5. I'd say Groddy's going to keep up the attack here. And let's see. Yeah, we'll hit again with the axe. Come on, under 10. And we roll a dragon. So when we roll a dragon, we have a couple of ways to deal with this. Now, this is kind of outside of battle. If I roll a dragon in combat, I think... Okay, rolling a dragon or demon should add to your success. Outside of combat, use the tables. Well, in combat, use the dragon and demon effects as described in the rule book. Let's just refresh ourselves. Let's take a look. I'm sure putting in demon is not going to very... Oh, that's my old map view there. Oh my god, this was a huge mistake, putting in demon. Rolling a demon. Rolling a 20 is called rolling a demon. Rolling a dragon. Rolling a 1 on d20 means you're particularly successful. You impress everyone around you. Outside of combat, the GM decides. So well, I guess we'll just take a look here at combat. All right, demon rolls. That's no good. Critical hit. By rolling a dragon when you attack, you score a crit. Oh, so you could read it. By rolling a dragon when you attack, right side, you score a critical hit. This means that a dragon roll is required to parry or dodge the attack, and that you may choose one of the following. Roll double the amount of dice for the weapon's damage before adding any damage bonus and other. That's interesting. So he's got 4 HP left. So the question I have here is, do I want to roll double just to ensure that he's out? Or I can immediately perform a second attack. I'm going to try. I'm going to do a... You know what? I'm going to use ill-tempered again. I'm already angry, so it's not going to make me angrier, but it will use willpower points. Okay. And I'm going to roll with a boon on this. And so, can I roll a boon? Can I roll a... Am I using this correctly? I'm wondering if the ill-tempered, if I can use it on damage rolls or if it's just on skill-based rolls. Let's just make sure we don't mess that up here. All right. This is okay, ill-tempered. Oh my goodness. All right, there we go. So mallards tend to have choleric. You can activate this ability, but when making a skill roll and get a boon to the roll, you also become angry. Yeah, this ain't a skill roll. So that's no go. Okay, so I will reset my stat sheet here to give me my willpower back. And you know what? I'm going to I'm going to trust the process. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack straight up against Axel here. Hopefully I get 4 or more. And then I'm going to immediately go towards Layla and roll a skill again. Nice. 10. So Axel, ik kaput. Rest in peace, bro. Now I'm going to take my movement. I'm going to roll a 10 against Layla. And we roll a 10, which means that we get a hit. And we can hit again. 11. Nice. So I'm going to say that's an incapacitating hit. So I'm just a straight up madman right now. Who's got me? Who wants a piece of me? All right. So that's burnt. They're dead. Incapacitated, but that's not their turn. So now I'm going to say that... let's do... Threk is going to take his movement towards his buddy. And he's going to look around, and we'll say a skill of 10, and see if he can identify where, like the rope is attached to let the cage down. All right, a 5. So we'll say that that works, and so we will see that the, we'll say that the thing holding the rope up, or like holding this cage up, is this thing right here. And for an inanimate object, I think we can just say that I need to, do I want to give it like, I guess I'll just give it 10. I'll give it 10 HP. Beautiful. 5 and 5, 10. So this comes crashing down, door opens, and Gorum rolls out. And this guy is probably getting pissed about that, but so it is. We have some brand new initiative to roll here. Incapacitated, so this both here will, when they get their initiative, they'll just stand up. Let's see how this goes. So we have a 6 and a 3. We have a 5. We have a 7. For Threk, we have a 4. And of course, this guy goes first. He's going to put that up to a 2, gathering dark energy. I would say that... Let's see if Groddy can jump over this table. And I think for that, we can use acrobatics. Oh, man, this could be like a embarrassing moment here. Okay. I don't think Groddy's going to be able to jump over that table. Let's take a movement. So 6, 1... Oh. We'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Improvised weapon. Let's grab one of those. If I can find my stack. Okay. And let's see what we have. Pick a card. This one? Okay. That's an improvised weapon and an inn. So we'll do the next one, which is in a cave. A puddle. Cool. So the improvised weapon is a puddle. And roll to trip the enemy. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. I can't be like, hey, come over here, check this thing out that I found. But fun to know. Could use that in some capacity. I'm wondering if I have a puddle. I probably do somewhere, but we'll just say that this is the puddle. And take that off the board. So Groddy's on the other side of this. And because of that, can't move anymore, but will have a chance to go again. So 3's burn. Okay. Now Threk, I think, is going to do the move and try to bash this guy. Roll under 10. Roll a 9. Beautiful. And we're going to hit for 8. Awesome. So a nice crushing hit here on this guy. Brings him down to 4. That's burned. We'll say that Layla stands. And next up we have Groddy, who is going to come over the top to swing again. 16. I am going to push that. And I will take a condition on my strength. I'll have to roll future ones with a Bane until I rest. But who cares, because I'm going to roll again, and no matter what happens, I accept. 5. Awesome. Please roll me a 4 or more. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a 3. Fair is fair. Okay. So that's burned. And we're going to say that Gorum stands up to review. 9 HP. 9 HP. And 1. And 1. I might be wrong, but... and we'll say Gorum just so has 12. Now, if I pull the initiative here on this next round, and this guy goes first, it's a disaster, because that means that he's going to blow us away. So that sucks, but hopefully... Well, let's just see how it goes. Okay. So we'll give in order 5, Layla a 3, Threk a 6, Groddy a 4. So if he gets a 2 or a 1 here, it's going to be a devastating blast. Okay. All right. So counter goes to 3. Dark powers have been activated. And I just feel the need to be like fair here. This guy charged this up for 3 rounds. Do I make this attack automatic? Do I put it against a skill? I'm going to give it a high likelihood, and I'm going to say he has to roll a 15 or under. 7, okay. And so to my orcs and myself, 6. Okay, so Gartung is dead. Down to 3, down to 3. That hurt. All right. That one hurt. I ain't gonna lie about it. You know what? I forgot that I'm supposed to use these, I think, to like demonstrate how many hit points I can have total, but I'll figure that out. All right. That's burnt. And so now 3 is Layla. And I think Layla is going to come to... Oh. I get one more initiative card. You gotta be shniking me. So I actually had the first move. We're going to have... God. I always forget Hero of 1. No, this will teach me the lesson. I'm not reversing time. I will say that Groddy goes next. He has to take off 1. This is a sure hit as long as he can hit with it. Got a 15, so he misses. Okay, so that initiative is burned. Layla is going to roll on Threk. A 1 definitely is going to do a critical strike. Can't parry. 7. Threk is mortally wounded. That's burned. Groddy is up. We have to roll less than a 10. I really can't do a boon again. Or I'm sorry, a push. Oh, crap. And I have to roll with a Bane. Do I have to roll with a Bane? Yeah, because I'm using strength. So, yep, I missed. And I guess this one is Threx, so that's spoiled. So this one as well, dead. So we'll just roll initiative once more. This will teach me. So this is, well, we'll just say mortally wounded. We'll say Gorum is getting up. So we'll go Layla. 8. We'll go, oh, this could be good. 9 for our cult priest. 3 for Groddy. 7 for Groddy. So Groddy's going to do the first 2. Obviously, we're going to roll again. And rolls a 20. And so now, because I rolled a 20, that means that I, well, some bad, that means some bad stuff happens. So, combat. So I think there's a little list here for when you roll a demon in combat. Here we go. Demon roll in melee. You drop your weapon at your feet. 6. You hit yourself by mistake. Roll for damage as usual, but without any damage bonus. Okay. I have 3 HP. And so I roll for damage. 5. Well, this is a good opportunity for us to look at how to do death rolls. And let's check it out. Death. On your turn in a subsequent round, which I think will be right now because I have 2 initiatives, you must make a death roll, a roll against your constitution. My constitution being 9. Okay. The death roll cannot be pushed if that optional rule is used. Record the results of your death rolls on your character sheet. After 3 successful death rolls, you recover D6 HP and stop making death rolls. After 3 failed death rolls, your character dies. Rolling a dragon counts as 2 successful death rolls, and rolling a demon counts as 2 failures. If the combat ends, keep counting rounds until all death rolls have been made. Any failed death rolls are reset. If you suffer additional damage at 0 HP, it automatically counts as a failed death roll. Okay, so let's try it out. But I think there is something in the solo rules about being able to rally yourself. If you suffer harm in your adventure, don't choose severity. Okay. Uh-huh. Now that I think about it, this Soul Survivor is actually a really nice ability. When adventuring alone, you may push a roll without suffering a condition. Okay. So if you gain the upper hand, flee, and the fight turns against you, flee. Well, I guess I could try to flee. I think if I'm playing solo, and I'll look this up, but I think I can rally myself. I'm not going to do that now. But I'm going to roll against my constitution, just play this out for the dignity's sake. So I'm rolling under a 9, a 4, very good. And so on my stat sheet, we will make a success. Okay. And then we have Layla is going to come and try to attack. It's a 9, and the damage is 13. Right now, we'll say mine is a 0. But we'll just count that as a failure. So we'll add that. And then the High Priest is going to come over and take a swing at me as well. And rolls a 1, so it's a crit. Yeah, okay. So that's another failure. I think we'll Layla, Peter Bruce, myself, and myself. Okay. So let's roll against Constitution again. 9 or lower. 19. That's a failure. And my friends, that is 3 failures. And that is the end of our intrepid adventurer, Groddy Flagstaff. Groddy was a survivor. I can't say that he was a survivor. He's dead. But I think Groddy was an innovator. Groddy didn't always follow the rules because sometimes Groddy's player didn't know the rules. I think Groddy, a lot of people thought Groddy was very serious, but the truth is that Groddy loved to laugh. And just a little update, just so we know, both of Layla and Peter Bruce have lifted Groddy up, and they're going to throw him in the puddle. So now he's in the puddle there. And if there's any consolation, it's that as all this was going down and they're carrying Groddy over to do just a horrifying sacrifice, our friend Gorum has slipped away. And so we can continue next time with a new hero, and we'll go back to Inglefur Stonegaze. I am considering, but terrified of this. I can't say I'm terrified. That's a little overdramatic. But I am thinking about trying to do more than one person in the party, and I'm thinking about how difficult that would be to manage. If I could find a good online tool, I did find a good website for managing character sheets, but we'll see. So tune in next time for, I guess, that this is the end of episode 4. So we'll see you soon for episode 5 for a quick refresh. Rest in power, Groddy. I hope that your sacrifice was not in vain. I hope you summoned some good blood gods or whatever. And thank you all for watching and being here in Groddy's last moments, surrounded by loved ones. That's the way to go. Loved ones and cultists, surrounded by both. Okay, thanks everyone. Goodbye.